So let's jump into a couple questions, man. D-Cos says, Lonzo, do you think the Straight Outta Compton movie would have been better had it been a series on Netflix? I do, because I believe they could have got into more detail of you guys' lives. What do you think?
Oh yeah, definitely. I think Straight Outta Compton should have been a setup for a movie, and I don't see why it's not. Maybe because of the headache they had doing the licensing for the movie. You got a lot of egos, a lot of money, and people want to control their legacy, and that's where the issue comes in at. You start taking cats that's superstars right now and taking back pre-superstar when they and you really see how they came up. Everybody don't want to show that. Everybody don't want to show that, and that's probably your problem. You can't take somebody who was whooping ass in Straight Outta Compton and show him not ever having a fight. That's not going to work. Okay.
Gotcha.
Nobody wants. Dre he didn't want to show the Wrecking Crew days. He didn't want to deal with that. Okay. It could be a transformer period in his life, but he don't. Some people don't. I don't know. They don't think like that. And if I ain't this way, I don't want to do nothing. But look for my damn movie, California. My television show, California Love. That's the one that's going to take him up to Straight Outta Compton.
Hell yeah. Love it. Little sneak peek right there, ladies and gentlemen. Well, let me ask you a question. Speaking of Straight Outta Compton, I know it's a 2.5 hour movie. You can only get, so much into 2.5 hours, but who was somebody that was not portrayed in the movie that you were like, damn, I'm surprised they're not portrayed in the movie or weren't portrayed more?
Shit, a whole bunch of people. J.J. Fad, Arabian Prince, Laylaw,
Laylaw from Above the Law, right?
Yeah, Laylaw. Yeah.
Okay, we never talked about Laylaw. Yeah,
man, I'm trying to get Laylaw. Laylaw's having some medical issues for a minute, so he promised to come on the show. But Laylaw is one of them cats, man. Woo, Laylaw is like a silent killer. Okay, he moves real quietly. He's coolest cat you want to meet. Wrote a lot of songs for Michel'le, wrote a lot of stuff for Death Row. Wrote California Love.
Some would say he created G-Funk. Some would say he created G-Funk.
He played a big part in G-Funk. He just one of them dudes. And again, he was one of them cats that was at Michel'le. And he saw me, knew who I was. And I invited him to the studio, and he never left. Okay? We had that kind of history. When I talked to Laylaw about coming on the show, man, I love you, boy. You took me for my first time to a concert in San Diego. I don't remember it, but he does.
Wow.
So he's one of them cats. I'm gonna reach out for him again. I know he was going through some things for me. I'm gonna see how he's doing. If I can get him on the show, I definitely will.
Nice. What do you remember about Above the Law's come up?
Above the Law came to me first, man. They came to me first. Laylaw brought them to me first. I got talked out of Above the Law. Above the Law. Okay.
What?
I got talked out of Above the Law, and I love what they did. Hutch them. Hutch was supposed to come on the show. He had to cancel on me one time. We had it hooked up, but Laylaw brought me a cassette with Above the Law. Hutch, all of it came by the house, the whole 9 yards, and I got talked out of Above the Law. N.W.A had just jumped off, and Compton's Most Wanted had just got signed to one Unknown, and Unknown said told me it was too many gangster rap groups. I did not, and nobody had blown up yet. Everybody was kind of bubbling under, but I just like what I heard on Above the Law. Okay, and I passed on. Well, actually, I think I bought Unknown. Me and Unknown was going to try and do something with him, and he had just got CMW, and anyway, I ended up not getting involved with him, and he took him over to Rufus. True story.
Damn, I learned something new all the time messing with you, man. Damn.
My studio was the go-to for everybody. I was ground zero for anybody that had a demo tape. Ground zero, you got to go to Lonzo. That was how it was. I mean, there's DJs in Vegas right now that are big-time DJs. DJ Rectangle, one of my boys, drove up every week from Oceanside to come sit with me and for me to analyze his mixes every week. Every Sunday, he came to my house for me to analyze his mixes. You know, and his first 2 records on the red label and the yellow label, I produced. I mean, I put out for him. I bought them from him actually. You know, and that's a true story.